What's up guys, in this video we're going to cover 12 things that you can do to improve your email campaigns and significantly increase the revenue from your email campaigns. And these are the things that are the best practice and something that we implement for all of our clients so that we get to maximize the revenue from email campaigns. So the first thing that we have here is you should always have the promotion banner on your email campaign. We have tested, and in 90% of the time this thing has really helped with increasing the revenue per recipient. And what you can have here is, like, for example, if you offer a free standard shipping, or if you have like a free gift, or if you have like current promotion that goes like buy two get one for free, you can put that in here. You can test it and see if it helps you with your revenue per visitor. As I mentioned, in 90% of the time it really helps. So this is the first thing that I would highly suggest you to have on your email campaign. Then the next thing that you always want to have is that a headline that captures the attention. In this example, this headline is more towards the discount, the current promotion that goes on, and it goes like 25% off than what the product is. And you should always have the headline above the fold. I cannot state that enough because I see many e-commerce brands that push their email marketing that don't have a headline. Headline really helps you capture that attention, hold that attention, especially if it's a discount or something like that. If it's not a discount, you want to go for a benefit-oriented headline, something that will drive them and evoke a strong emotion to keep them scrolling and keep them buying that product. So you need to have the headline as well. The next thing is that you always want to have an image that is relatable to your audience. You want to have people, you want to show faces, because especially if these faces are smiling, we love to relate to people that have positive emotions. That will also help capture the attention, that will make your customers feel good when they're reading your email, and there's a higher chance to make them buy from you. So this is something that is also very important, and I see many e-commerce brands don't do. And then the next thing is that you always want to have the call to action above default, because just as like with your product page, a high percentage of people will not scroll past above default, which is called below default. So you always want to have that button above default. Above default is like the first scroll that they have. So something that first things that they see here, you always want to have this button here, because if you don't have it, a lot of people, as I mentioned, will not scroll past above default, and therefore they will just miss that button and not buy from you. So super important thing to have. Then you always want to have a direct response copy that is always aligned with one single goal, and you always want to incentivize that action. And what is super important about email marketing is that you want to make that text easy to read. How can you make it easy to read? You can see, for example, when I copy this text and I go to the website called Hemingway app, I just paste this text and you can see it's grade 8. I would recommend you to go like to 6th grade or something like that, but the 8th grade is okay. You always want to check and like read it out loud and see if it flows well, if it's easy to read. So you always want to make sure your text is easy to read. Also, you can see how this text is broken into a few paragraphs. If it was like just like this, let me demonstrate you. If it was like a single paragraph, you can see how harder this text is to read. Like, it's a block of text. Now when your visitors see this text, they will just give up. They will be like, this is too hard to consume, this is too hard to read, I'll just go back to my social media. So you always want to make it easy to read. You want to elicit only one single action, and you want to break it into paragraphs like this. So super important. Then you always want to have enough of the white space. You can see when you have white space, your emails kind of breathe, right? It helps important elements stand out, in this example, and makes the reading experience just more pleasant. Like if your emails are like this, you can see how ugly it looks like, and just like this button doesn't stand out at all. So when you have white space around the buttons, that makes them stand out, because like that's the thing that is in focus, that's something that will stand out. So super important thing. Then here we just repeat the discount code. Then we have product images with link. You always want to link all your images, because there will be a percentage of people that want to click on the image, and if it doesn't lead them to the product page, it's kind of the missed sale. You always want to ensure that your images have links, have alt text, and that they are compressed for the best deliverabilities. Then what I wanted to mention here is that you want to always make your emails have a different section. You can see this is the first section, then it's a second section, then we have a transition, and it's another section. Then it's like another section. You always want to have different sections, because that helps email look more interesting and nicer and more pleasant. If it was like whole email in the white background, it would just like be a boring email. You always want to have different sections, and what you can do to achieve that is to have like different colors and these transitions, so that way your email just looks nicer and helps you convert more people. Then once again, you can see we have the call to action again. What I wanted to point out here is that you always want to repeat your call to action, and the best way to do it is like to have it on every scroll. So first, this is their first scroll, this is their next scroll. You can see they have the button here, then the next scroll they have the button here. And the thing is that you don't always have to make it like a button. You can make it like the shop now here, as you can see. So this is one scroll, then they have another scroll, they have this button here, then another button, and on the end the last button. So you always want to repeat your CTA, because whenever they feel like they want to finally place the order, you just want to have them have an easy option to do that. With product pages, we have a sticky add to cart, but with emails, we cannot have that one. So for that reason, you can just like constantly repeat your CTAs. Then we have here another variant with the CTA, which is the shop now. You always want to link this. And as you can see, they're in the zigzag design format. And this is the format that just like makes your customers consume your emails much more easily than if it was like all from the one side. When it's in this kind of zigzag format, it's just visually much easier to consume the content. Lots of image, and that will also help you with the flow, with the conversion rate and the revenue of your email campaigns. So, and the last thing that we have here, which is just after the outro of the email, we have the trust signals on the bottom of the email. This is super important thing. This helps like bring the credibility and trust and decreases the friction, because when they see they have a 30-day returns, they have over 10,000 happy customers, and that delivery is pretty quick. This really helps with reducing the friction. Just as in your product page you want to decrease the friction, that's the same thing on your emails. So this principle applies here as well. So think of what is valuable for your customer, and that way you will just reduce the friction and make more of your receivers place the order. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I highly recommend you to implement all these things, because these things have helped us a lot with increasing the revenue of our clients. And if you want to work with us, check the links down below, and like and subscribe if you like more content like this. So that's it for this one. See you in the next one.